You noble diggers, all stand up now.
Hello my friends, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about Zohran Mamdani and Jeremy Corbyn, and what do they have in common. This is a left-on-left violence day. I cannot, in good conscience, well maybe Mamdani, but I will not include Jeremy Corbyn in bash liberal trash, because he is a principled man. But they both have the same structural weakness, right? And that is they're weak. They won't do things. They won't command things. I am not, it's hard for someone like me to, castigate people who have uh, had success in politics where I'm a nobody. First, I want to talk about Jeremy Corbyn, his history, and then we'll do Zoran Mamdani's history, and then we'll do why their plans are similar, and then we'll do why those plans are doomed to fail, and then we'll do what my plan is and how it will stop what is otherwise necessitated, which is a mathematical equation, a physics equation, a chemical equation. It has to happen that there is such immiseration, such wealth disparity, such irrational concentration of productive forces, that there must be revolution, right? I am not advertising revolution. It just will happen. I'm prophesizing it. Jeremy Corbyn, as I was saying, has been a strong advocate of workers' rights since the 80s. I think he's always identified as a socialist, even during the height of the Cold War, which is a real identifier of his personal valor, his personal virtue. He's had his positions since the 80s. Maybe I'll include a clip of him wearing his tweed jacket and sweater. His mom knitted him, right? And he's always been looking out for workers, right?
It's not a fashion parade, it's not a gentleman's club, it's not a banker's institute. It's a place where the people are represented.
Is that the jumper that your mum made?
Yes, it is.
She didn't make the shirt as well, I suppose?
No, she didn't make the shirt, that came from the co-op. But the jumper she knitted, and it's very comfortable, and it's perfect for this kind of weather, because I'm hopping in and out of buildings all day long, going to meetings and different places, and it's just perfect for the winter weather. Late at night here, it's quite disgusting. After the dinners are over and the division bell rings for 10 o'clock, there's fleets of limousines draw up, and out get large Tory MPs with even larger stomachs, wearing dinner jackets, and they stride in to vote.
And he never had a moment where he sold out those principles for any nationalism or chauvinism or any kind of lesser thought order like that. He has always maintained a rationality, a pure-heartedness that is worthy of a man to follow, right? I think it would be hard to come out in that time as someone with leftist politics, and even harder to come to those positions without the ability to swim through information as my generation has been able to do, right? How did he even find the sources that dispel the propaganda that he grew up with, right? It's incredible. He is a great man. And he was knifed in the back by the current Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, right? Keir Starmer was his number two, and he helped the mainstream media gin up this thing of anti-Semitism, this spurious and fraudulent charge of anti-Semitism, right? Against Jeremy Corbyn, and it cost him the leadership, right? Just as Labour was guaranteed to win. And anybody who knows anything knows that Keir Starmer was given the nod during his time at law school. He has definitely deep connections to MI6, if not an asset. And that means the intelligence agencies conspired to pervert democracy to keep Jeremy Corbyn from the leadership, right? And I don't want to get too angry too early, but whatever Jeremy Corbyn's solutions are right now on paper are lacking the testicles that Zoe Sultana puts forward, right? That Zoe Sultana is the only one who has proposed any solutions that I see meeting the moment, even in a little bit. And even she is too weak for this moment, right? Not to be misogynistic or anything. It's nothing to do with that. I'm just more radical. Zohran, everybody knows, is a Indian Arab, Syrian Indian, but his mother was from Uganda, Africa, right? Because of the British Empire, there was many Indians in Africa at that time. But I said he was a CIA asset, and here is the proof. His mother was funded by USDA, was funded to do films in Africa about liberalism so as to fight communism, right? That's who he is. And what are his solutions, right? We're going to lower the rent a little, right? We're going to put 2% tax over $1 million income earned a year, right? And so we have to include the Joe Rogan clip here again of the standard person doesn't understand progressive taxation rates.
Is their fair share?
I don't know. I mean, you know, under Eisenhower, the very rich paid at their upper levels 90%, you know. But let me be very honest with you, Joe, on this one.
90% is kind of crazy, though. Right?
No, that's not across. That's just for the, you know, your billionth dollar. You know what I mean? It's not your first dollar. It's
so
not
if
like,
you make $1 billion, you pay $900 million?
No, that's not what it means. It means on your $900 million, you're going to pay 90%.
Okay.
All right. But
definitely doesn't get us still.
We don't know what these buckets mean. They all just think, why not percent, right? There cannot, will not, are unable to get progressive tax reforms. I wish I could find the Sam Cedar clip just the other day. He messed it up where he said 2% of $1 million is $2,000. It's $20,000, right? But we both know that it's over $1 million. So if it was $1,001, it would be 2 cents, right? So Zoran's a CIA asset and Jeremy Corbyn is weak, right? We are in a moment of existential collapse, right? We either have to go through revolution, right? With our nuclear weapons and our biological weapons and our just basically unending capacity for death and violence, right? So that's option A. That's behind what's behind door number A. Or we need to make threats so severe, so significant that there is a reformation of whatever you call the liberal project, such that it is acceptable to the proletariat for another couple generations. And no doubt that is what the people on the left will accuse my project of being, right? Some sellout to liberalism, right? Some cowardice in the face of the revolutionary ideal. But I say to you, you do not understand the military power that is here. You do not understand the depths of depravity that these men will descend to with glee, not with any poking and prodding, but on their own, right? Lifting their heads to the news and going out to kill minorities and leftists because they want to, right? Like in the Hurricane Katrina floods, unreported, that people saw mayhem and these right-wingers just went out and started shooting black people, unreported by the news, right? And so the threats like Zoe Sultana, who is a real hero, right, is making right now, she says, we're going to seize the banks. We're going to nationalize a bunch of industries. You need to go farther, right? Jeremy Corbyn has implied a bunch of times that Lammy and Starmer and others might be going to The Hague for their crimes. He needs to guarantee it to the British people. He needs to tell them that they are the better person, that they are a higher, more civilized people than that leadership has produced for them, right? That they deserve to go to The Hague, that they are bound to go to The Hague, that they are honor bound to send them to The Hague, right? And that you promise justice for the Palestinian people, right? You promise Keir's life over it. And that's basically what you need to seize power. I don't really recommend ruling with such brutality, right? But the prince says if you are to be brutal, you do it at the beginning, you do it quickly, and you do it so that everyone forgets when all the good times start rolling in, right? And again, this channel has a plan that there should be no need for violence, right? There should be no need for violence during this revolution unless the right wing forces us to.
The reason that so many anchors on MSNBC, for example, are losing their minds daily is because our side is winning. And so I come full circle in this response and just want to encourage you with some substance that we are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
It's a good quote. But if they resist, you need to have those threats ready, right? Proscription of the entire top 0.01% of the Anglophones, right? The 50,000 richest people in America, England, Canada, Australia. You sentence them to death by the public, right? You tell the public that if they see these people, it's on sight, right? And that if the person who brings that head to the Senate will get a portion of their wealth. Not a big portion, 0.5%. But all the same, we will put bounties on these people's heads, these rich people's heads. Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, right? There must be consequences. We cannot go quietly into the good night. We have to thrash and rage because your children are being sacrificed. They just think you're too stupid to see it, that you don't see the bugs are all dead, that the whales don't sing anymore, right? That the sky is filled with smoke. There must be rage. There must be consequences. There must be men who meet this moment. There must be... Thank you. Have a good day. Hello. You've made it to the end of the video. Thank you. This channel has one mission: to prevent civilizational collapse associated with climate change, to prevent 100 million refugees by 2035, to stop 7 billion from starving to death by 2075. And we will do this through one main vehicle. We mean to unite the Anglosphere. We will do this by convincing the Commonwealth of His Majesty King Charles III to apply for statehood as one. And then with this new power, we will be able to negotiate in good faith with the rest of the world on how to tackle this crisis. Thank you and enjoy.